The beauty of open world RPG games is the freedom to do whatever you want. Be that go out there and save everybody, rescue everyone, and be a goody two-shoes, but sometimes you might want to do the exact opposite and destroy anything that comes near you and steal everything that you possibly can. The only downside to that is there are many companions in this game that get a little bit upset. Mainly Sarah, when she gives you this look. That is a disappointed mum look if I've ever seen one. Now, if you are looking for companions that will aid you in your criminal duties and not get bothered at all, then I'm going to give you a good list of where you can get all of these companions that are relatively neutral and a few of them that will actually help you and be proud of you when you do something bad. If that sounds good, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more Starfield content. Now, our first evil companion that doesn't actually care what you do is, of course, Vasco. You can have Vasco right from the beginning of the game. He's a great companion, and no matter what you shoot at, he's going to help. He won't judge you if you steal, if you lie, or do anything a little bit shady, and you have him right from the very beginning. He is a great companion. Next up, you can head to Alpha Centauri. If you head to Alpha Centauri, you'll get there right at the beginning of the game. There is a companion which is just waiting for you. If you head to the main district, basically where you land your ship, and head straight over to the viewpoint bar. If you've not been there before, there is plenty of things to do in there. You can get some decent stuff. There's a mission board and some other little bits too. But all you've got to do is head straight on in, and you'll come across a chap there that's willing to have a chat. You will need a decent amount of credits to actually get this guy on side. For most of these companions, you will need to buy them, and a few of the later ones, you'll need to do a little mission. But this guy here, Simon Benkowski, sharpshooting, sniper certification, and marksmanship. So you can have him, and he will join you for a small price. Now, if you've got a decent persuasion skill, then you can bring these prices down by quite a bit. As you can see there, 15,000 credits. But once again, you can sometimes bring them down. If not, you've got to pay that big old chunk. Next up, you're going to want to go to the Astral Lounge, which is in the Trade Tower at Neon. If you don't know where that is in the Volley system, which is to the right-hand side. And it is one of the main cities in the game, so you will be coming here quite a lot anyway. But if you head into the Astral Lounge, it's a crazy place. There's lots of strange stuff going on there, but nothing as strange as the companion that you will come across. This guy is a creep. He is very, very weird. But when you head on in, head over to the back right, and you can see him up there. This guy is very, very creepy. His name is Mickey Caviar. There's just something weird about him. But there's space on the crew. You can have him on board. But once again, you do need to pay this guy. And there is an option to bring down that by half. Only certain people will let you bring them down. And there we go. That's dropped it by half, so now you only need to pay the 9,000 credits to have him join you, and this guy does not care at all what you do. This guy is an actual evil dude. I mean, he looks like it. He looks like he has a certain van. Let's just say that. Next up, we're back in Neon, and now we're heading to Euphoria. So when you come out of the main lift, you want to head right over to Enhance, and then as you can see the bridge there, hit a left on the bridge, and go straight into Ebbside. As you go into Ebbside, the door will open up, and then as you come through, you will see Euphoria, which is a sort of bar nightclub, and head straight on through there, and you will find Danny sitting at one of the tables. So head straight over. Now, Danny is another neutral companion. She won't get pissed off if you start shooting people in the face, and she's relatively fine with you stealing and doing all that kind of stuff. And got some pretty cool skills too. Once again, this one is a companion that you will have to pay a decent chunk of money for. There we go. You can do a persuade, which will bring that price down just a tad more. That's if you get it right. And there we go. That brings that all the way down to 6,750 credits. So for this one, this isn't a mission, but you do have to bring ship parts with you. You want to go over to Heinlein, and then over to Heinlein 1 to the Distress Call. If you go over to the Distress Call, you will come across a ship there. When you find the ship, dock it, and when you enter it, you will come across a nice little surprise, which tells you pretty much all you need to know about this companion. She's a bit brutal. As you can see. Now, Betty Hauser is awesome. You've got to give her a couple of ship parts to get a ship up and running. Then you can have a chat and ask her to become one of your companions. Once again, she's not exactly evil, but she will stand by and she will help you out if needs be. Now, these guys are ones that you have to have a perk for or do through quest lines, and the first one is Mattis. Now, you will need to do the Crimson Fleet quest line, and you do not need to side with the UC. When you do this quest line, you will have an option at the end to side with the UC or the Crimson Fleet. Now, there will be a mission, Echoes of the Past, where you're raiding a prison, and here you will be able to speak to someone named Delgado, where you can either hand over Mattis or you can decide to work with him. Now, if you work with Mattis, he will become your companion, and he is a pretty bad dude, which is quite good, especially if you do want to go on an absolutely crazy playthrough and annihilate everything you see. You just need to make sure you follow the Crimson Fleet questline and then stick with them and turn against the UC. If you do decide to go with the UC, you won't have access to that mission, and therefore Mattis will not be able to be a companion. Another Crimson Fleet member that can join you is Jasmine Griffin. She has some awesome perks, and she is once again a pretty evil person, which is good if you want to do that dirty playthrough. Now, once again, you will need to be on the side of the Crimson Fleet to actually have her as a companion. If you're not on the side of the Crimson Fleet, you won't actually be able to access the key space station. So if you are working with the UC and you're a pretty good guy from the beginning, you will not have access to the key. You will end up more than likely getting shot the crap out of unless you do that UC undercover mission and infiltrate the Crimson Fleet. Now, this one is for Eric von Prince. This guy is once again neutral, but he is locked behind a mission. So you do need to do a very quick mission to get hold of him, and you can get this mission at Cydonia on Mars. All you've got to do is come straight into the Mars complex, Cydonia, and head all the way down to the bottom end to the residential district. Speak to Jane Weller at the bottom of the residential district. She will give you a mission and just follow that quest line. Very, very simple. Have a little bit of a chat with her. When she's given you the quest line, just follow it along and you will be able to acquire Eric. So all you've got to do is just follow the quest line, keep speaking to them, be nice, don't be a dick. If you're a dick, they will shoot you. So yeah. Keep talking to them, try and get on board, and then just ask to speak to Eric. As long as you're decent with them, they won't actually shoot you. But if you end up getting a bit hostile, then you won't be able to have Eric as a companion, because the ship and Eric will end up being lost. So once you've been back to Mars, Eric will appear on your ship. If you have another chat with him, you will then be able to recruit him as your companion. Very easy mission, only takes a couple of minutes, and you get a decent chunk of credits from Jane as well. And finally, for the last one that is locked behind a mission or something along those lines. Oh, no. And another one that is locked in this guy is the Adoring Fan. He is neutral. He does not care what you do. He will go along for the ride. He's not good or bad, but you do need the Hero Worshipped trait. And this guy will come up randomly towards the start of the game, and you will have the option to have him as your crew or as your companion. he's pretty good. He's got a decent weight, loads of decent skills, and he's relatively annoying. So yeah, that's might make him a little bit evil. So thank you for watching. Hopefully it's helped. If it has, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for much more Starfield content. I've been Cowboy. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon with some more.